What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Pro Speed Baseball. In today's lesson, we're going to be going over how to fix hitting the ball off of the handle of the bat. So for you, those of you guys out there that are struggling hitting the ball below the sweet spot and getting those jam jobs, you're going to want to pay close attention to this video because we have two easy fixes that if you work on them, it'll start getting your contact point below the sweet spot and putting it where we can get that nice exit velocity. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, guys, we got a lot of great content coming out this year, and if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's the only way you can get notified when we come out with new content. And make sure you hit that like button. That really helps us grow the channel. And if you guys have any questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. Leave them in the comment section below. Getting jammed is the absolute worst. You know, maybe you see a good pitch, maybe you get fooled on a pitch or something, and you hit it off the handle of the bat, and it's just these really go nowhere. If you've seen the lesson where we talk about how fixing hitting the balls off the end of the bat, that's actually where a little bit better place to err, because at least you're going to get the ball to go out into the outfield or something. But getting jammed is the absolute worst. So how do we fix this? So just like the fix on hitting it off the tip of the bat, we have pretty much the other side of it, the mirror side of hitting it off the handle of the bat. We have to understand the two main things that makes us hit the ball off the handle of the bat. So just like hitting it off the tip of the bat, the first thing is timing. So timing, hitting off the end of the bat, we're hitting it far out in front. Hitting it off the handle of the bat for timing's sakes means we're simply hitting the ball too deep in our stance. The ball is getting too close to the catcher before we make contact with the ball. So regardless of the pitch location, down, inside, down the middle, outside, most commonly on the inside pitches where we get jammed, if we're hitting the ball too late, then we're going to be getting jammed. So let's just say, for instance, this is my perfect down the middle pitch. This is a really good pitch for me to hit. If I swing at it, I'm gonna hit this great. My timing is controlled on the tee because I know how far out in front I'm going to hit the ball or how deep I'm going to hit the ball. Now, let's just say that I don't change the pitch. So the pitch is, let's just put this directly down the middle. And let's just say this is my ideal contact point where I'm going to hit this ball over the fence. Now, if I don't change the pitch location, but I just move my body up, so I'm not getting closer or further away to the ball, and I just move my body up and I swing at the same pitch, I'm going to get that jam job that's terrible. Again, I didn't change anything other than how deep I hit this pitch. Now, if I hit this pitch normally, I'm going to get, let's just say relatively my swing's pretty good. I'm going to get that ball on the barrel because that ball is timed up right. So timing is extremely important. Now, opposite of hitting it off the end of the bat, where I see timing being the less common of the issues, timing for hitting the ball off the handle of the bat is the most common issue that I see for hitting it off the handle. So if we're wanting to fix those jam jobs and hitting it off the handle of the bat, timing needs to be the first thing you look at. And what we need to start doing is hitting the ball as far out in front as we possibly can while still hitting it off the sweet spot of the bat. So if you're having trouble and you're getting jammed a lot, it's great to go ahead and say, hey, I'm just going to hit this ball as far out in front of my stance as I possibly can. So more specifically, if we're talking about our lead foot here, I'm going to hit this ball as far out in front of my lead foot as I possibly can. And that way we can start to get a big jump on why we're hitting it off the handle of the bat. Because even mechanically, if our swing's a little bit jacked up, it's still timing most of the time. Now, if we're talking about mechanics, very, very rarely do I ever see hands going too far away from the body. This does happen occasionally in some younger hitters where we get an early cast with the hands, which would be literally the hands are going out and around. This is a very rare, or much more rare situation that I see. But if you do have this situation where the hands are going out too early, we don't ever want to try to swing our hands left. What we simply need to do is work on our transition. So, from the bat lag section in the Pro Speed Baseball hitting system, we talk about from the top of the speed load, we want to move into the max lag position. If we can get here and make sure that we're hitting the ball into a good spot, now we can start allowing ourselves to quote unquote cast the bat, because you cannot cast the bat from here because the bat's already in motion. You can now allow your hands to go out to the ball. So if your tendency is to go out, it's actually not a bad tendency if you're in the right spot. Now, pay close attention to this. This is no good because my hands are going out around. Again, it's not as common, but if I'm here, I can't actually do that because the bat's going to be forced. There's going to be force against the bat this way because I'm swinging with speed adds weight. So I'm not going to be able to physically do this, but if I'm trying to get my hands to go out to the ball, I'm going to get that nice counterbalance and hit the ball at the sweet spot of the bat. So if we're having a mechanical issue where the hands are going too far out and we're hitting it off the handle of the bat, then we're going to want to work really, really hard on getting into the proper max bat lag position. And to do that, of course, we need to make sure we have that nice speed load, get into the max lag position, which is where we pause before the hands get in front of the torso line. We need to make sure the hands are behind the torso line, just above the belt, making sure that this bat is splitting the upper shoulder in half to anywhere to the splitting the arm in half. And then if we can get into this position, we can work on letting that bat release right into the ball. And then we completely take care of the mechanical issue of why we are taking or hitting the ball off the handle of the bat. Now, that's the beauty of the Pro Speed Baseball hitting system, because if you work through the system in order, this mechanical issue of hitting it off the handle of the bat won't even exist because we'll be in the right spot. So the most important thing to take from this lesson is if you're getting jammed, we really want to focus on timing and hitting the ball more out in front. So when you're taking front toss batting practice or you're hitting off the tee, make sure if you're having this trouble that at least when you take your stride, this tee is going to be in front of your lead foot on anything on your down the middle pitches. When you're hitting the ball in front toss, side toss batting practice or the game and you're getting jammed, hit the ball as far out in front of your lead foot as you can while still hitting it off the sweet spot of the bat. All right, guys, go out there, get back to work, and we'll see you guys in the next lesson. Guys, hitting the ball off the handle of the bat is no good, and we got to fix it. Now, I've got a great bonus for you. I'm actually going to play a preview of one of our all-access membership lessons that shows you how to get into that transition properly. So if you are having that mechanical issue, you're going to want to just really check out this video, because this video gives you an instant fix how to tighten up that casting move so that you can put yourself in a position to release the bat and hit it off the sweet spot instead of the handle. You can get instant access to that video by simply clicking on the iCard that pops up in that preview or in the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started.
Today, I'm going to show you the #1 move that kills bat lag. But most importantly, we're going to do a drill that will instantly give you a tight transition into bat lag and have your swing looking drastically better today. The move that I'm talking about here is when we're going into our transition and the bat lays down, and now the only thing that we have to rely on for bat speed is our pure strength. From Mike Trout, he does this really, really well. You'll see as we pause him here in the max bat lag position, his barrel is really high and you can see that it's barely dipping into that line. You can imagine if this was a nail and this bat was a hammer, if I was trying to hammer this nail in like this would be kind of like me dumping the bat. But if I'm letting this hammer swing and slam into this ball over and over again, I'm going to be very, very efficient. Now, I'm sure you guys are ready for it by now. Let's go ahead and dive into the wall drill. All right, guys, here we go, the wall drill.